I have a point of view on that. So very often, transformation is led by new blood, right? It's frequently what companies will do is they will hire people from outside of the industry, bring them into the organization, and since we're using biology analogies, and I've heard this 3 times in my career, your job is to come into our organization, and we want you to be the virus that will infect the rest of the organization, right? And your department will be the virus that spreads throughout and therefore change everything. Now, the problem with the virus analogy is that if you know anything about biology, as soon as a virus enters an organism, what is the one thing every cell in that organism starts to do?
Attack it.
They will do everything they can to kill the virus, right?
It's a correct analogy.
That's just nature, right? I mean, and so the question is then, how do you ensure that the virus becomes stronger than the antibodies, right? So we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Sorry, what's the answer to that? How do you make it
I'm trying to come to it. And I think the answer is that it has to come from the top of the organization. There has to be a very, very strong leadership that does 2 things. One is that it has to, you still need this narrative, right? There has to be a narrative that then aligns and brings everybody around a single sense of purpose. And that's where leadership has to be good at things like storytelling and good at things about sharing values and making sure that those ideologies cascade throughout the organization. The second thing is this is also leadership by example. So I talked earlier about how we have members of the leadership team who have gone through this 20-week intensive educational course to serve as an example to everybody else, and therefore nobody has an excuse to say, oh, I'm too busy to do it. And it's like, well, if she can do it, then so can you.